don't know if anybody's here yet. Let me just check a few things. Be right with you. Last week when I was uploading, I'm not sure if it's called uploading or downloading, but anyway, when I was working on my live to get it onto my YouTube channel, there's a few moments where I kind of watch at the beginning and I thought, oh my goodness, Denise, you look really creepy. I'm like, hello. I'm like, oh, scary lady. I'm still looking for this. Hang on one second. Let's see if I can bring this up. Looking for my notification, and I don't see it. Let's see. That's strange. I see it on my laptop, but I don't see it. Oh my goodness, my face is sunburnt. I went for a 2-hour bike ride today with my grandkids, and I guess I sunburnt my face. I'm looking, oh my goodness, and I'm a mess. Like, really, that's so bad. That's so bad. I want to welcome you here on my Facebook Live. I'm not sure if there's anyone here. I don't see anything on my laptop or my iPad here in front of me. It's just not, you know, Facebook does not like me, I'm convinced. When Facebook sees Denise Willerton, they're like, okay, let's mess with her again. And they're messing with me, looking for my notification here, and I don't see it. I might have to pull my laptop in front of me so that I'm not looking sideways. But I want to welcome you here. If you're here live, I'm on Facebook, and if you like my page, you won't miss when I do go live. If you're watching the replay either on Facebook or YouTube, I also want to welcome you here. And if you are on YouTube, and even if you're not, run over to YouTube. My name is Denise Willerton, and subscribe to my channel. My birthday's at the end of the month, and I did this goofy thing. I want 100 followers by my birthday, and I think I'm at 84 now, so I'm excited. So I'm just going to bug you about that. So if you would love to scoot over to YouTube and subscribe to my channel, that would be lovely. And so I have so many squirrel moments, it's terrible. Hello, bonjour. My name is Denise Willerton, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. If you would like to shop with me and you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to help you with your Stampin' Up! Needs. If you're here for inspiration, I hope I do leave you inspired, and or I hope you leave inspired. Wow, my French gets in the way. But anyway, I have an exciting card that I want to show you today, and unfortunately, I am using one retired item, which I don't ever like to do, but I also want to show you another item that is not retired that you would use with it. Oh, I can't talk. I belong to a design team called Atlantic Hearts Sketch Challenge. So it is a bi-weekly sketch challenge, and my challenge to present to all of the stampers out there was the sketch had a picture of a window, and I'm like, oh, I love this, but the window that I do have is retired. But there is a current one in the catalog, so I thought, you know what, Denise, just go for it. So I'm excited to show you that. I'm going to bring the camera down, and I'm going to, at the same time, still mess with my iPad to see if I can bring this up. So hang on, camera's coming down. And let's just flip this around so I am not, and I don't want you to see all of these goodies on this side here. And I see that I have 8 people here, but it is so weird how my Facebook is not giving me notification of that. I hope you can hear me, actually. I will try to talk louder. I have been told that my voice does not carry very well, so I am trying to talk loud. Okay, let me see here. Okay. Good afternoon, good afternoon. I see so many beautiful names and my iPad still is not being kind to me. I do not see my notification on my iPad. I should have shut it off and started over. Let's do that. Let's just shut it off. So I am going to look on my laptop over here, and I want to say hello to Darlene and to Tracy and to Susan and Leanne. Hi, welcome here. And Kathy and Christine and Karen and Premji, I'm so sorry, Zara. I called you by your last name. How bad is that? And Candace. Wow, so nice to see these beautiful names. Let me reach across here and see if my iPad is going to be kind to me. And pull this up, because I would rather see the messages in front of me than behind. I am totally convinced that YouTube does not like me, or Facebook does not like me at all. Let me try and get this in screen. So there's my name, there's my host code, which expires on April 15th. And as I say every week, if you share, I will enter your name in my little can here for a draw for a prize for next week. So at the end of my video, be sure you stay, because I will be picking a name from my sharers from last week. So I'm just going to get this set up and ready, because I know I've got gals that are going to be telling me that they have shared. Is my card making guru. I'm not sure what you mean, Kathy. I am not sure what you mean. Let me, sorry for my hand reaching in here. Please be nice to me, Facebook. That would be lovely, and I don't want to sing. So I went for a 2-hour bike ride today, which was amazing. I'm very aware that I have a butt and thighs. I want to talk for 1 minute about the retired product, okay? Well, not retired product. I don't have that list yet. But what I do know is that these in colors are going bye-bye. So these colors are going away. So if there's anything that you like in these colors, terracotta tile, rococo rose, pretty peacock, purple posy, and seaside spray, make sure you grab it, okay? So the stamping blends, the ink refills, the pads, some of these actually I think are not even available right now. We're going to be playing with some of this. Well, Candace from England, how sweet is that? And you are Karen's cousin. That is amazing. So Karen, did you share? Let me know if anybody has shared so I can put your name in the draw for next week, okay? And stick around to see who is the winner from last week. So here's what we're going to do. And again, I'm embarrassed. Who wants to see the card first? Do you want to see the card up front, or should I be holding up a little bit on that? Tracy, you shared. That's wonderful. I'm going to grab my little pen here. Sherry, welcome here. And you shared. So Tracy, let me catch up before, and Susan And Sherry, I think you're new here. I don't remember seeing your name, and I want to welcome you here. Zara wants to see, okay, and Susan wants to see, okay. So far, I've got 3 shares for next week. Okay, so here's my embarrassing card. And Darlene, I'm going to put you down as well for having shared. Thank you for doing that, my friends. I hope my voice is coming through. So here is my card that I created for the design team that I'm involved in, okay? So the sketch featured a window. Candace, I've got you down as shared as well. Oh yeah, Candace, Karen shared to you. Karen, my dear friend who used to be my neighbor. Oh, I missed walking across the hall and visiting with you. I really did. So again, I apologize. The window is retired like a long time ago. But let me show you on page 58 in your JJ Mini. And I don't own this yet. And I needed to create this card for the sketch challenge that I'm in. Oh, Karen, I miss you so much. It's crazy. When I put my camera down, my voice is better. Yeah, I guess when my camera is standing straight up. Oh, hi, Shell. Welcome here. When my camera is standing straight up, my mic obviously is further away from my voice. So on page 58, here's the dies that create a window. Like, these are so adorable, and I don't have it, but I needed to get my card together, okay? So page 58 in the JJ Mini is where you will find that, okay? And I see that I am freezing. Unless it's just my iPad. Let me show you how I created this card. Oh, Karen, you did order that? I'm jealous. See, if I lived across the hall, so here we go, and see how the light is streaming. I mean, either the light is streaming into the window or the lights are on in the house and it's pulling through on the window. So here's the 2 that I've already created, and let me show you how I did that, okay? I think it's my iPad. It was cycling, but then when I looked on my laptop, I wasn't frozen. Okay, I need to pull my instructions up. I guess I wasn't totally ready. And here we go. Okay, so we are going to start with, this is an A2 card, okay? So you're going to start with your basic white, and that measures 8.5, or 8.5 by 5.5. And you are scoring at 4.25. Okay? So there you go. Yeah, these windows just totally remind me of Europe and heading out that way, which I think is totally cool. So you're scoring at 4.25. We're going to set that aside. Then you're going to take, well, Carol, welcome here, and I will put your name down for having shared, hun. And I know it's your supper hour. So what time is it at your place right now, Carol? So this little panel measures 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, okay? And I need to get into my camera here. And then what I did was I took a little Whisper White panel, and this, or basic white, this measures 3 inches by 2 3/8, okay? So that is where we are going to work with our blending brush and our Daffodil Delight. Okay, so Carol, you are an hour ahead of me. And what you're going to do, or what I like to do, because I don't want this paper scooting around, I am going to put some, whoops, I think did I just run out? No, it got stuck. There we go. So this is just removable tape. I don't want this paper scooting. My little panel. Then I'm going to take my Daffodil Delight and I am going to grab some ink, and I don't want to go straight across. I want to go in a diagonal. I kind of want this illusion of sun rays or the rays of light from within, whichever way you want to look at it. And I am going up in a diagonal like so. Okay? And you can do as little or as little or as less. Does that make any sense? So there we go. And that's all I'm going to do. So we're done with our Daffodil Delight, okay? We're going to pull that off, or actually no, we're going to leave that down here. Now, on my sample card, this is the In Good Taste DSP, okay? So this is the wood grain, but I wanted to change it up a little bit. So this is brick on this one that we're going to work with today, okay? So let's get some adhesive on there so we can put our brick window onto our little Whisper White panel. So I'm going to grab some Tombow. Remember my Tombow from last week, how it was all dried up? So bizarre. Stampin' Up are amazing. They are sending me a new one. So I'm just trying as best as I can to do a thin line. There we go. That's not quite as thin as I wanted. And then I just want dots on my cross sections of my window. Now, the Windows die that is current in the JJ Mini, you can do the same idea, okay? You're just going to measure out the size of the window for your little piece of basically scrap. Okay, so now that's going down on there. Oh, good, Kathy. Isn't that weird? You know what? In the 13 years that I've been doing Stampin' Up, I have never had a dried up adhesive like that. And there's our rays of sunlight. Now, because the brick is a little lighter than my original card, it's an entirely different look, entirely, okay? Now let's get some flowers on here. So what I did, you know what, I'm going to keep my scrap for now, and I will put that away. I'm done with my blending brush. So when I cut it out, it also die cut a ledge. So my ledge is going to go down here on the bottom using some dimensionals, but I want to get my flowers on there first. Now you can either put your flowers down on here or on the back, or even both, okay? But I am going to just do them in one area. So here's what I used. My light granny green apple is, let me get a clean piece of scrap paper. just so that you can see it a little bit nicer, okay? So all of my centers and all of my leaves are Granny Green Apple, okay? So that's where that came in. Well, hello, Barb. Did you just pop in? Thank you for sharing. I see that. And I will mark you. I marked you down as shared. No. Barb, thank you for sharing. I will enter your name for a draw. When you share, I enter your name for a draw. So what I did was I stamped these flowers, and they came from Lots of Heart. There's the little flowers that I used, okay? I stamped it in Purple Posy. I colored it in light Purple Posy, and it kind of came out pinkish, but that's okay. I love it. And then I did the Granny Green Apple for the leaves and the little centers. And then what I did was I winked everything, okay? Now let me show you how I colored my flowers, because I left one uncolored, okay? So this one is light Pretty Peacock, okay? And I used my bullet tip because the area is so small. So I'm just going to pull that off. And all I did was I pretty much just did a couple of lines, and I didn't want it totally filled in. Like, I don't know if you can see that there's still a tiny bit of white showing. I wanted that on purpose. Well, Barb, I am so glad that you came even after a day of work. That is so sweet. I miss your face, my friend. I miss all of your faces. Oh, don't even get me going. Okay, so that's all I did to color in my flowers. I hope I wasn't hanging over my work so that you could see it. Then I took my Granny Green Apple, and again, I used my bullet tip. And all I did was I dotted in the center, and there's my dot, and I went on one side and the other of the leaf, like so. And that little, I don't know what that's called, the bottom part of the flower. Then I took my wink, good old wink. You know what I'm planning, ladies? I am planning a birthday stack via Zoom. It's going to be an all-day affair. We're going to play bingo for prizes. It is Granny Apple Green. What did I say? Did I say Granny Green Apple? I don't know what I said. Barb, I'm afraid to ask. It's Granny Apple Green. I'm glad I've got my friends watching out for me. Okay, so this one is Pretty Peacock. These are light Purple Posy. Okay, and all of the colors I used were light. Granny Green Apple. I totally said it backwards. I'm not surprised. Pretty Peacock. Let's put Granny Green Apple away. Granny Apple Green. These little guys here are light Balmy Blue. And you know why? I do not have Seaside Spray. Can you believe it? In a blend. And I thought, well, I still need to create my card. So light Balmy Blue, then light Rococo Rose. Okay, I'm still in the camera here. And then last, but certainly not least, light Calypso Coral. And I use that because I did not have terracotta tile, okay? So those are the colors that I used to create all of my little flowers for my window box, okay? Super easy, super sweet, super simple card. Let's get some gluing done, okay? I'm going to grab my Tombow and my little shot glass. And I like to alternate the colors. So if I've got a light color, I want to make sure that I am in the camera. Well, thank you, Shell. So the balmy blue is light, so I want to go for a little deeper color beside it, okay? And another thing that I did every now and then is I actually cut. So I've got these two little blossoms here and then the larger one, okay? So I cut following this little guy here, like so, and I let my scissors do the work. I twist my paper, and then I'm just going to clean that jagged edge right there, like so, okay? Just because. And then I just kind of played around. Where do I want this? How do I want this? I want it like that. Okay, here we go. Just a little dab will do ya. And I guess I just need to put it on the back. I don't need to put it on the front. And I want to overlap it a little bit. I've got sticky fingers. Okay. Now I want to go to another light color, and I think I like the look of that. See how it's kind of tucked in behind? So let's get a little bit of adhesive behind that. I'm so bummed that I didn't have that other die set. But I still like this window, but I would have preferred to use a currant. So again, I've got a light flower here, so let's pop in a deeper color. And let's see what's going to happen here. I am for sure cutting this. So again, let's let the scissors do the work by turning your paper as you're closing your scissors. Don't know what it's called. Your blades. As you're closing your blades. I just want to see where I need to clean up a little bit. And I think I want that in behind, and I do. What die set? Oh, okay, Barb, let me explain that. Here's the thing. I create for a design team called Atlantic Hearts Sketch Challenge, and they do a bi-weekly sketch challenge. And my challenge for my turn this month was to do a, and I should have had the sketch picture here, was to do a card in a window, okay? So that's what the sketch was. But I only had the Hearth and Home framelit dies, which is what I cut this window and this ledge out of, okay? But if you look in the JJ Mini, let me grab that. If you look in the JJ Mini on page 58, there is this adorable window set here with these window boxes and shutters. I mean, it's adorable. I did not get it in time in order to do my card for my challenge, okay? So I went ahead and used a retired item, which I don't like to do. But this bundle here, Welcoming Window on page 58, is adorable. Like it has such a an old world look about it. It's got it screams England, it screams Belgium to me. It's just, yeah, Anyway, it's adorable. So I did not use this. I used a retired set. So I hope that explains my faux pas on using a retired die for shame on a Facebook Live. Okay, so let's carry on with this deep color here. And I think I want to, yep, I like that. I'm going to tuck that in behind there. So do you see how I'm just going one little flower, Italy, that's the word I was looking for. I am going for one little flower at a time, okay? And what do I have missing? I do not have Rococo Rose. Let's pop that in right. Do I like that? Where do I want my Rococo Rose? I actually don't mind that, and then I can tuck something in there. I need to hide. Let's do that. Let's do that. So if you are using multi-purpose liquid glue, just be careful that you don't get too gummy, because everything is going to stick to you. And now I can put another little flower there. Let's go with this guy, and I'm going to cut it. So again, squeeze and turn. Squeeze and turn. If that makes any sense. And then, well, thank you, Carol. My bracelet, one of my team members made that for me. She actually made one for all of us, which is so sweet. And I'm going to tuck that one under. I am for sure going to leave my Rococo Rose flower showing because I love it. So let's just tuck that so it's just peekabooing, and I'm going to do that. Like so, and hanging over the edge. Do you like my window box? I was trying not to cover everything while I was doing it, and now if I put this over top, which is what I'm going to do with dimensionals, but before I do that, I just want to have a look at my bouquet, and I see for my eyes, I want something for sure here. Do you see that empty spot right here? I for sure want something there. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Carla, welcome here, my dear. Welcome here to my little creative corner. You know what, hun? If you share and let me know that you have, I will enter your name for a draw. Yeah, see how that empty spot is right here? I am going to put a little bit of adhesive on the back of that, like so, and tuck that under without getting all inked up, or glued up, not inked up, glued up. And there we go. That got stuck. Let's put some dimensionals behind our little window box, and cover that up. And I'm just going to use minis, but I for sure want one in the middle. I don't want my window box caving in. And you know what? I think I'm going to put one on either side as well. I want it nice and straight. Okay. Yeah, I forget what stones these are, but these are actual stones. Kathy, if you're still here, I'm thinking you are. And my birthday month is March, which is aquamarine. And I think that's what these stones are. That's what Kathy said. Whoops, I am putting my window box on upside down. Don't want to do that. So I'm just following the bottom of my window box to have placement of that, okay? Isn't that so sweet? Aquamarine, yes, and this is pyrite, right? So there's like 6 pyrite stones here, and aquamarine, which is my birth month, and this little guy here, I think is silver, right, Kathy? It's adorable. Like, look at, there's little like indents in there. It looks like a little leaf. I love it. I love it. Okay, now I want dimensionals behind my entire picture frame. These are all extra for another window box. Maybe I'll save it, and when I get my my new die, I'll make another card with that. So let's get, I put my dimensionals away. Tribe Silver, 99% silver. Darlene is also a jewelry maker. Darlene made this ring for me. It says loved on it, and these 3 birthstones, that's my birthstone, that's my sister's, and that's my other sister's. So, super fun. Super, super fun. Let's get some dimensionals behind that. I've got minis, but you know what? I want regulars. There they are. Hello, I see a new friend joining us today, but I will not call your name out unless you say hi. But I want to let you know, if you share, I will enter your name for a draw for next week, okay? Let's get some dimensionals down. This is what we're creating, a little window box, okay? And this is the card that we're getting to. We're getting there. Okay. Get those dimensionals on there. And I always like to put one in the middle, okay? Because I don't want my window box or my window caving in. Carol, I do have very talented ladies, and my friends out here in Winnipeg who come to my classes when I'm allowed to, but they are amazing. And if you're ever up this way, be sure to look me up. Anyone, be sure to look me up. You're welcome to come to my class. So this, I ran through the embossing folder using the brick and mortar, and I don't know if you can tell, but there's so much dimension on this embossing folder. It's amazing. It is so, so nice. I want to make sure all my backs are off. And let's put that down just about there. So now with the dimensionals, the window really looks raised, okay? Which is so cute. I love it. And I had a sentiment. Did anybody see it? I had a sentiment. I found it. I am going to adhere this panel directly onto my card base, okay? I like to do that when I emboss. I find that if I don't adhere it right down, and you can use your ATG or you can use your Stampin' Seal, whatever it is, I tend to always grab my Tombow. Let's get that on there. I feel like my window is a little bit crooked, and I think it is. And I won't be able to lift it off. I already pressed it down. My window's crooked. Don't tell anyone. And then I went ahead and I stamped to an incredible woman, and that would be all of you. And I got that from the Hydrangea Haven. Okay, I said the name right. The sentiments on this stamp set are so nice, but I used to an incredible woman, okay? And we're gonna put dimensionals behind that. I'm gonna do 2 large on either side. And you know what? Let's put 1 in the middle. 1 for good measure. Not quite, I didn't quite say it. Chris, I didn't, oh, you know what? I thought I said it fast enough that it would, anyway. Chris and Barb are my LA teachers, and apparently I say hydrangea wrong. And anyway, to an incredible woman, that's straight, my window's not. And now I want to grab some of my pastel pearls. So on this one here, close enough, I used the gray on this one here. On this one here, I used the purple posy. So you know what? What color should I use on this one, girls? We've got the deep purple and we've got the light pink that I haven't used yet. And I will let you decide. What color? Susan, thank you so much. Thank you. It's just a sweet card. Again, I wish I had the current window. Pink it is. Oh, 2 pinks. Okay, here we go, 2 pinks. So Kathy, I don't know if pink is one of your favorite colors. I know it's one of Darlene's, so I'm not surprised that Darlene said pink. And Susan said pink too, and Karen said pink. Thank you, Shell. So here are, let's do this so that they're not, and let's move that. So again, I used on these 2 cards here on either side, I used the same DSP, and for the middle one, I used the brick. So the DSP for these cards, red is your favorite color. Okay. I'll have to remember that. I've got adhesive oozing out on this card right here. That's terrible. Let's see if we can lift that off. Once it dries, I have an amazing little tool, but you want your adhesive to dry before you use it, and I cut it in half because I took half of it to the lake because I can't afford to have 2 of everything. And so there's a little bit of adhesive right there, and it just picks it off beautifully. It's still not dry. I need to wait for it to dry, and then I can do that. You can get that at any craft store. Unfortunately, Stampin' Up doesn't sell it. If you are in Canada and you do not have a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I would love to help you with your Stampin' Up needs. And if you have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, that is wonderful. I still want you to come here, and I want you to hopefully leave inspired. We got through this card pretty quick. Let me do the draw for last week. Also, Mono Sand Eraser. Really? The Dollar Tree has these? Are you serious? So the Mono Sand Eraser, Carol. Oh, that's not it. This is something different, isn't it? Oh, you know what? I know exactly what you're talking about. I went to Staples, and you can get the mono in Winnipeg anyway. You can get the mono. This is not it, but you can get the Mono Sand Eraser at Staples, but only online, okay? My host is too high, so if you do want to place an order, yeah, Barb knows everything Dollar Tree. She works there, so she does. She knows everything Dollar Tree. And Barb, if I would have known, I wouldn't have cut this in half. I would have bought another one at Dollar Tree, but I didn't. Barb, do they have Mono Sand Erasers there? I am going to bring, yeah. Oh, you got yours on Amazon. Okay, I'm going to have to go shopping. I'm going to have to go shopping and get a Mono Sand Eraser and give that a shot too. So, Carol, does it work if your adhesive is still a little bit tacky, or is it kind of the same with this other tool that you need to kind of wait for it to dry? And then I just kind of pick where it got kind of gunked up. I'm bringing the camera up, ladies. So if you get seasick, close your eyes. So here we go. Camera's coming up and flipping it around so that I am not upside down. Oh, it's for getting ink off. Oh, that's awesome, Carol. You know what? I think one of my girls mentioned that before. Sorry about all this jiggling here. Yeah, you know what? And I'm remembering that now too, that's what it's for. I've been trying, oh, you do have Mono Sand Erasers at your store? Barb, can you, next time you're at work, can you let me know? I'm going to come and see you. And if you could put one on hold for me, that would be awesome. And if there's magnetic sheets, I don't know if you're allowed to do that, but if you could grab a few for me as well. And because I need more. I'm going to bring the camera up a little bit taller. A little bit taller. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, so here we go. For this week, for the ladies that shared, I've got Tracy and Karen, Barb and Carol, Dar and Susan and Cherie, okay? Oh, no mono, okay, got it. Read much? Those are the ladies that shared this week. You're going to go in my little tin for next week. So Tracy, Karen, Barb, Carol, Dar, Susan, and Cherie. Okay, I love that name. So I'm going to tuck those away for next week. The sharers from last week who are going into the draw are, and good luck everyone, Dar and Lucy. I think Lucy's at work today because she's usually here. Barb, Gail, and Gail's been busy, and Sandy, and Talia, and Karen P, my neighbor, Carol S, Kathy P, and Leanne D. These are the gals that shared last week. So I am mixing up the names. I'm just flipping them upside down in there. Oh, ladies, thank you for the hearts. That makes me feel loved, which we all need, okay? And I am pulling out one name, drum roll. Oh, thanks, Carol. That would be wonderful. I would love that. The winner is Leanne, my new friend here in Winnipeg. Leanne, I don't know if you're still here. I know that you were here at the beginning, but I will send you a message, and I have a card for you. So I need your mailing address so I can send you a card. So these are the names for next week. I'm going to tuck those away. I'm going to dump out my little container for next week. And next week will likely be my paper pumpkin alternative. I still have not received mine, but it should be here soon. And so as soon as that happens, I'm going to get creating so I can show you what I do. And there I go with that creepy face again. That's exactly what I did last week. When the camera first came on and I went, hello. And then when I was re-looking at it, I thought, oh, Denise, you are creepy. But anyway, I am creepy. I'm cheesy and I'm creepy. But anyway, oh, Leanne, you're still here. Okay, that's great. You are very welcome, my dear. I need your mailing address so that I can mail you a card. Oh, and you know what? I want you to choose. Well, these two are, well, no, they're not the same. The sentiments are different. So you can choose between this card here. So let's say this is number 1. I'm going to put that to my left. This is number 2. Okay. And this is number 3, Leanne. Okay. So you let me know which one you want. My heart smiles just thinking about you. You make me smile, or to an incredible woman. So Leanne, you let me know which card you want, and I will send that to you. Carol, you're a doll. You're just the sweetest. You really are. Thank you for that. So anyway, there we go. I'm going to let you go so everybody can get their supper started, and we're cheating tonight. You know what I'm doing? Oh, I'm embarrassed. I shouldn't have even started that. We are having pierogies for supper tonight, okay? So you'll take card number 1. So Leanne, this one here, okay? This is the one that I am going to mail for you, and I just need your address. So if you want to DM me with your address, that would be wonderful, and I will get that card off to you, okay? So ladies, have a wonderful evening. Have a great rest of your day. If it's a sunny day like it is here in Winnipeg, I want you to go outside and enjoy the day. Have a fantastic weekend. It's just about here. And I'm also thinking, and I'm just going to say this out loud, which maybe makes me a little bit more under pressure to do it. I'm thinking of doing a Tuesday morning Facebook Live as well. So I'm thinking of introducing one more Facebook Live into my weekly routine, okay? Anyway, girls, thanks again so much for popping by. I hope you enjoyed your time here. I hope I have left you inspired to go create a card, and I will let you go. Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.